Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Hello, Andre. Um, I'm kind of confused right now because the horizontal chat's not working for whatever reason. That's kind of strange. But I hope everyone's having a good morning so far. I had a morning, y'all. Somehow already I had a morning. I decided to dust off my Nintendo Wii because I wanted to. Oh, by the way, maybe I forgot to mention. So I had rolled over infamously my previous Nintendo Switch, which wasn't even my Nintendo Switch, so I will have to pay for my sins eventually. I guess not today, but so I had that. Um Hello, Anna. So I had that ready, or so I had that roll over it, broke it, so I got a new one recently. Actually, like, I got a new one back in July, but I ended up like never using it because I don't know, I just had no games to play. So I was like, I need to use this. Like, I bought it, it was even the OLED version. I bought it and just never used it. So I tried to boot it up because I wanted to play that watermelon game that's been like really popular. I thought this was just a simple browser game, but you have to download it. If you want the official version, you have to download it from the Nintendo Switch store. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but that's the console I had. Um, Stop. Wait, I feel like y'all are saying this. Okay, so y'all are already off to the races. Una says, "Welcome, Una, to the stream." Girl, you saw G Dragon was innocent. Okay, so the last time I looked at this, I had been seeing that he had done like multiple drug tests, and it said that they were all negative. Um, but Andre, are you pulling my legs? That YG is going to jail? Period. Hold on, let me get my other. Ow! Oh my god. First of all, I was like thinking, this hat is giving Goofy core. Not like Goofy the trait, but Goofy the Disney character. Okay, let me. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. Note to self: if you're going to stream a game, make sure you done set up your Wii. Set up your Wii in advance. I mean, not my Wii. LOL. Okay. Blast from the past. Let's go. Hey, Jamia. Welcome to the stream. All right. So, first of all, I'm like addicted to saying like so like that. Sure. All right. So, the thing is, if I'm going to look, Soompi has the T, correct? Am I correct in assuming this? Soompi. Now, is he innocent? Like, the girls cleared him, the police are no longer coming for his whole entire existence? Or is he innocent as an. Oh, there we go. Is he innocent as in. Does anyone have a good link? Oh, okay. Oh, I might be muted. Am I muted? Can somebody test or let me know if anyone else is having that issue? Oh, wait. Well, my thingy is going. Can somebody double check if I'm muted or not? Because it should be working. Okay, cool. Try refreshing. Whoever said that. I tagged you on Twitter. Thank you, Andre. Let me go to Twitter real quick. Okay. Whoa. Oh my god. All right. Let me. Yang Hyun Suk sentenced to 6 months in prison in second trial, guilty of forced interview. This is a translation of originally Korean article. So let me try to see if I can find anything else. People are saying 6 months is not enough for him. Hold on. Also, I'm sorry to hear that, Andre, but you know, one job might not be the job for you, but the next one, and the next one after that. Yeah, try refreshing, Leanne. But yeah, it seems like, what is he going to jail for? Who was sent to trial on charges of threatening an informant to stymie. I can read the investigation. This thing. Oh my God, this is a throwback. Oh my God. This is actually a decent translation, so I'm just gonna use it. Who was acquitted in the first trial of the charge of threatening an informant to cover up drug charges against rapper B.I. Was acquitted for the second trial. Was found guilty. Sentenced former CEO Yang, who was indicted on charges including coercion of interviews under the Aggravated Punishment Act for specific crimes, to 6 months in prison and a 1-year probation. Wow. Is this the first time he's actually getting like arrested for anything? Dang. That's crazy, y'all. That's actually so crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I clicked on the thing because I'm used to being able to click on stuff. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it had to all come back to me, but yes, I remember this whole situation. That's why. Well, I mean, you can't threaten people. Period. I know a lot of people don't like Han So-hee, but he's not allowed to threaten her if she's saying something that's true. So that's pretty crazy. In terms of the G-Dragon thing, yeah, the last thing I saw of him is this article about his test coming back negative, which I believe we talked about in the last Sleepy Idol. I don't know if there's any additional stuff there. I know like the investigation is still going on, but that was the last place last time we talked about it. I want to say a Wendy Williams line, but with my digital footprint, I won't. Is that the death to them all? I unironically watched Wendy Williams before like she went off air, like she stopped doing her show. And it was very enjoyable. Like most of the stuff she would talk about, did not really care that much. But like honestly, okay, I know she's done problematic stuff, period. Let's get that out of the way. However, she's very just funny. Like she's somebody who's naturally funny and doesn't even try. And there's a lot of people that I look up to when it comes to wanting to be like a host or like doing shows and things like that. And I basically like watched her to study her because it was just like such a beautiful, delicious train wreck watching her shows sometimes, like when she would forget people's names, when she wouldn't even know the story, when you could tell she didn't really care, but you know, whoever told her she had to talk about it, it was very funny. So she is a very just naturally funny person. But I love watching those like TikTok compilations of just her, like her messiest or just like strangest moments. A lot of it, again, people will say it's problematic, but it's funny. I'm sorry, it's funny. Oh yeah, and the thing is, she's messy enough to just come back from that. Like I feel like she knows she's messy. There's like a really iconic video of her like crying in her car. I think it was maybe after like more news came out of her, like her husband like cheating on her or something, and she was crying. The paparazzi was up in her face and she was like, I would tell you to go away and get out of my business, but who am I kidding? I'm always airing people's business out like on my show, so it is what it is. And I was like, I love people who can stand in their own ish. Like the fact that she was like, I'm not even gonna like hold you, I'm just as messy as what you're doing right now. And I love that kind of thing. Ooh, okay, we got hearing back. That's good. Yeah. She was, oh, okay. See, listen, that always just, like, honestly, a lot of times when I have technical issues here, like last show, right before we were about to go live for the Sleepy Idol on Monday, just everything just started freezing. Like, my OBS software was lagging, Discord was lagging, and I just knew if I went live then and there, it would just be a train wreck. So I had to restart it a couple times, and then finally it was like, oh, do you want to update it? Girl, we have an update here for you. Do you want some of this? And I was like, all right, cute. And so I was really frustrated because I was late, but I was like, okay, better I be late than I'm in the middle of stream and it's lagging, people can't hear, it's choppy, you know. That's one of the things that I really want to work on when it comes to streaming and just in general, like having patience for those kind of things. Because I am the type that really does freak out when something doesn't go as planned. And that is not good if you want to do live entertainment, period. But honestly, if you want to do anything, because you should probably be able to keep a level head if like something goes wrong. But I remember, some of you probably remember like my really earlier streams when I used to stream off my laptop. It would be abysmal. First of all, I want to fight whoever made that Reddit thread or article I read that said you can stream off a laptop as long as it's a gaming laptop. I mean, technically you can, and technically I did, but that is trash. That is trash advice. If you were going to stream, get yourself a PC, especially if you plan to game and stream on the same system. That was trash. I bought that laptop for no reason. It was literally as much as like a PC would have cost. Like, if I built it from scratch, kind of, maybe I'm lying. Give or take a couple $100s. But it's literally sitting right over there, the motherboard or whatever the hell fried, so I can't even use it anymore. I mean, it makes sense. I was kind of working that thing to the bone, but I'm pissed. Anyway, oh, hello Trevi, welcome to the stream. Yes, I actually crocheted this myself, is what I would say if I crocheted this myself, but I bought it from ASOS. But honestly, this is probably like my favorite hat or piece of clothing I own because I always get compliments on it. And I really want to say that I crocheted it because that's the first thing people ask. But I tried to crochet during the pandemic. Shout out to all my knitters and my crocheters because that is one of the hardest things I ever tried to do. I immediately quit. I still have my crochet needles over there. And I still have some crochet yarn somewhere in my life. I don't know where it is. And listen, we gotta thank Wendy because that's where the Wonder Girls performed. Okay, period. And Andre, wait a second, because I think we had this debate before, but low key, high key, side key, Wonder Girls were low key the first group to perform in a talk show. Because I believe that predates SNSD singing The Boys. It had to have predated SNSD singing The Boys on Regis and Kelly. It had to. So, paving the way. Listen. Shout outs to the hookers. Okay, I had to process that for a second. But yeah. Another thing that I thought was interesting is Soojin, former member of Idol, she came back with her song and I was listening to it and I sent it to Jazz and I was like, ooh, this slays a bit. But I was really surprised to see how the Helmetly divided at least international fans of how to perceive her. Because it's like if you go on some forums, it's like, ew, why is she trying to come back? Get this bully out of here. And if you go on other forums or spaces, I don't really check Twitter because it just kind of depends on what side of Twitter you're on or whatever. But yeah, if you go on other spaces, people like, she gets a fair shot, like blah, blah, blah. One thing interesting that I saw, and some people may disagree with this, is that somebody was like, well, regardless of if she bullied this person or not, or the bullies or the people that came forward, whether it was misunderstood or, maybe the degree was different, whatever the truth is, she's not going to give up on her dream because of this. And I thought that was a really interesting take because I know this happens a lot where somebody gets exposed for being a school bully and they're out of here or whatever. But I always think about if it wasn't for them having to go because literally they can't get any work because people have just completely exiled them, would they keep trying? And if they did, can you really fault them for it? Because aside from admitting that you did it, apologizing to the victim, maybe apologizing to your fans, etc., what can you really do after that to reconcile what you did? Not saying that makes it right, and not saying that, the victims have to accept it, etc. And at that point, shouldn't somebody be able to continue their life as opposed to just go like hide in a corner? You know what I mean? Like, obviously you can continue your life without being a famous pop star. let me get, like, there's other ways to continue, like there's other ways to live than be a famous pop star. But if all that you train, like we always talk about it all the time, like idols that, they started training when they were really young, then they debuted, then, they were an idol maybe for like a while, and then they flopped. And then they have to go to the real world, and how it might be hard because they don't have the skills you probably would have had to develop if they hadn't not chose the idol trainee life. So if you're not good at anything else, what else can you do? And I know there's like, anyone can, like, you can find something that maybe you can take a course for or something like that. But if you know that this is what you train for, this is what you can do, you're not maybe good at anything else, and there's somebody there. Now, obviously there's levels to this. Like, I don't want to say if somebody killed somebody, shouldn't they come? Like, that's it's a lot and stuff like that. But I think, maybe sometimes it's like, well, what are they supposed to do when you see something like that? Oh, they did. Oh my God, this is deep Wonder Girls lore. They did tour with the Jonas Brothers. I have to kind of give JYP props because that was a tad iconic. They also had their own show. I don't know if you guys remember, at the time, Nick Cannon had a group. I forget what they were called. But I guess kind of in a way to promote them together, Nick Cannon's group and the Wonder Girls did like a whole movie together. And if you know their song "The DJ Is Mine" or something like that, that was like a OST, one of the songs for that. So, a little bit of Wonder Girls lore. They were one of my first favorite groups. I saw that actor Kim Jisoo is having a comeback too after his allegations. Yeah, and his would be one of the ones that were more extreme, because I heard that he was like actually assaulting, if I recall, he was actually assaulting people. But didn't he like completely just be like, well, and that's the thing, because I know he completely admitted it. I don't know if he went to the army or I'm just making that up. But like, again, maybe he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything else. And I use that very like loosely, like this is the thing I'm good at, rather than I can't do anything else, So YouTube says they performed on Wendy Williams back in 2009. Okay, I was thinking it was either 2009, and I was like, maybe a stretch to 2010, because I know they only did the promotions of Nobody came out in 2009. Or no, it came out in 2008. Oh my gosh. Yo, guys, my K-pop knowledge lore is slipping recently. Like on the live stream when I talked about okay, it came out in 2008. Okay, that makes sense. Why did I think I mean, they were promoting it into 2009. But my lore is kind of slipping low key. I'm afraid. But yes, it being the year after makes a lot of sense. Oh wow, SNSD didn't do Letterman. Oh, they did Letterman in 2012. But didn't they do Regis and Kelly first? Was the DJ's mine? Isn't there an actor going through some legal issues? What kind of legal issues? I don't know. I like with me, I don't know as much about actors because I don't watch K-dramas as much as I used to, and just in general, I think. So I feel like I know the ones I know are the ones that are Agassi? Interesting. Oh, also, Ive's going on a world tour. I saw that. Ew, I should probably hide this. Hold on. Okay, that's better. I'm on Panchoa right now. Yeah, I saw that they were going on a world tour, which is interesting. I probably would go if I'm able to. They have a decent amount of dates too. They have Chicago, Jersey, Atlanta, Fort Worth. I think that's Texas, California, and Los Angeles. The thing is, I always cry and be like, oh my God, they always have so many dates in California. But California is actually huge as hell. But I was excited for this. See, I knew that they were probably going to go on world tour soon. Good for them. This is interesting though, because I know everyone's like, oh, who's really popular and who's just like fake popular internationally. So, but I think they'll do good. SNSD did Letterman the night before they did Regis and Kelly. Ah, interesting. I remember someone's Be Jealous. I remember I actually watched that live. Not the Letterman one, but the Regis and Kelly one. Oh, okay. Lee Sung-gyun? I talked about him a tad when we talked about the G-Dragon situation on Monday. Yeah, he was like one of the first ones in this whole like drug bust scandal to get pointed out or whatever. So I know that much, but I kind of clocked out after that. Ooh, also, did you guys see apparently New Jeans, Jungkook, IVE, and Stray Kids may not be going to the Mamas. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's a unit apparently of Karina, Wonyoung, and Soyeon from G-Idol, which I think would be interesting. It reminds me, I was telling Jazz, it reminds me of that. What was that? The Chungha, Sugi, Soyeon. Wow, Soyeon was in that too. That's funny. But I feel like there were 4 people. Do you guys know this song I'm talking about? I kind of forgot. Purple Kiss is supposed to come to my city tonight, but I couldn't acquire the funding. Are there tickets expensive? Nobody likes Mama anyway. Mnet is so controversial. The thing is, in theory, right? In theory, nobody likes Mamas. And yet every year people are crying, fighting, cursing people's mamas over the results. And I'm just like, we need to heal as a K-pop fandom and move on, because I think it's because they have that international vote. But don't other award shows now have that? I don't know. It just seems so funny because I feel like everyone's like, mamas are trash, blah, blah, blah. And then yet when they don't like the results, they go haywire, which I find so funny. But I mean, I haven't watched that show live in a hot minute. But I do enjoy like good performances. Speaking of performances, I had no idea, but Jungkook performed on the Today Show this morning, and I was a bit gagged because I was at the gym, and you know how like gyms have like the TVs, and so one of them was on whatever the Today Show comes on. Is it Today Show or Good Morning? No, Today Show. And all of a sudden I look over and they're like going through the history of BTS, and I had to double check, and I'm like, what's going on? But then it starts to like be about BTS and then morph into being about Jungkook, and I'm like, oh, he must be performing. But I have to catch the performances, but he is really good. Oh, interesting. Nijiu have earned their first ever music show win for a Heart Tris. Can I do this? Can I log out? Let me log out. I don't want to expose myself. Oh my God. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Actually, this might be better. Hold on. I'm just going to go on r/Reddit, y'all. Oopsies. I kissed your brother. Is this correct? Wait, so is Niziu Are they? So I know that they were formed by JYP, but they're a Japanese group that promotes in Japan. Are they all Japanese or are some of them Korean? Oh, this is Show Champion. Okay. I caught him doing 7 at the end of it. Yeah, honestly, I think Standing Next to You is definitely a well-made song. Like, it's a good song. However, if I'm being honest, I think it was smart of him to make 7 the first song he released, because that honestly is the best song. And every time since he's come out with Standing Next to You, he like sings Stand Next to You. I'm like, I hope he sung 2 songs and I hope the other song is 7. Like, I'm sorry, 7 just like snaps. MJ from Astros finally back from the military. Let's go. Shinbi. Okay, yeah. Wow, how did I forget? I remember that song is really, really good. Thank you guys for reminding me. Yeah. They're all Japanese. This is their Korean debut. Oh, dang, then they won fast. They're pretty popular though, from what I like remember. aespa. I'm just so like, I'm excited for this aespa comeback, but I'm so checked out. But I've never been a teaser girl. I just give me the song. I don't need 3,000 pictures. I don't need 2,000 snippets. I just want the song. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is the new Sujin song. It's pretty. I told Jazz it's a slight slay. It's pretty catchy. It kind of reminds me of a Sunmi song. Kiss of Life. I need to get into them because there's like 2 songs of theirs that I always hear on TikTok, and they're so good, but like I've never actually sat down and this is the group with Natty, right? Not Alta. Okay, Ives tour. Okay, Mama announces Idol, Mini, La Seraphim, Yoonjin, Kepler, shouting. Bodily, interesting. Ex Monica, interesting. What an interesting group. Like, what a very interesting group. I mean, iconic for, all of them, but Slay Bodily and Slay Monica, love her. If you guys haven't seen season 1 of Street Woman Fighter, go watch it, because I will say, now before y'all jump on yourself, I will say that for some reason, I was a bit more drawn to season 1 than season 2. And I think it was because, like, there was more, like, characters on season 1. But, yeah, Monica's from season 1. Red Velvet's teaser looked like a dang movie. I haven't watched that yet either, but Jazz was telling me, it was like, what is this piece of cinema? Also, YG wears Baby Monster. True and real. Let's see. Okay, this is what I was talking about. That IVE, New Jeans, Stray Kids, and Jungkook might not be at the Mamas. Honestly, I think it's really interesting because we've had a V come back this year, we had a Jimin come back, and we had a Jungkook debut. I guess they were all debuts, right? Solo debuts. And I'm like, I feel like they should go, right? Like, I feel like this is such a, like, unique point in time with their, like, first solo debuts, but I just feel like they're so huge now. Like, it's just like, well, they probably could go anywhere, right? People are probably clamoring for them, but it would be nice to see them, because I feel like it was always nice back in the day, like when Big Bang did solos and seeing them perform solo and stuff like that. Like, I think that's really cool to see, and it'd be really cool to see like all 3 of them at the different award shows and maybe like collabing together doing something. Dang, since when did Studio Choom have teasers? That's wild. All right, y'all. You don't have to go. Oh, wait. That's a whole different thing. All right, guys. Well, the morning show has come to an end. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to speak that into existence. It probably will be 11 because I really like this 11 time slot. The 8 o'clock was cute, but I think realistically, just in case I wake up late or whatever, I want to make sure there's a buffer in there. But I'll see you back tomorrow. And again, this is like a very free flowy morning show type thing, morning stream. So after the stream on the VOD, and anyone watching the VOD, hello, feel free to down below any ideas of what you want to do, what we should talk about in this stream. I think I want to do a tier list next, so I'll find like a good tier list to do. And don't feel obligated to like if you do have ideas, don't feel obligated that they have to be K-pop. Like I feel like this is going to end up being a very variety type show, so maybe sometimes we talk about K-pop, some days we do this, that, and the third. So just feel free to, sometimes we talk about anime. Definitely want to do an anime type thing, but it's just like freeform talking. And thank you so much to Andre. Yes, please, if you like the stream, give the stream a like, and if you love the stream, make sure to share it with all your friends. All right, y'all, I will see you next time.